keeps it PG, but always keep it G. So let's get into this reading. Let's see what comes out. I really do feel like there is a situation collective where you guys could be dealing with something where somebody wants to be like you. Okay, you are a teacher of some sort. I feel like you and another person have like different perspectives, different way you go about things, but you guys really respect one another. But there is someone who low key is like, no, I want to be you. Um, this is a thing. Somebody wants to, it's like you could be a mother, right? And you could be going with somebody that's not your child's father, or maybe this is your child's father, put it to a resonates. But somebody wants to get closer to you and your child. Okay? They're like, I want to be the father figure in their life. I want to be a family with you, even if it's their stepchild's. And maybe you could be one of those mothers who kind of, you really are very seclusive about who you let your child meet. And maybe someone hasn't met your child yet. But you're just like, I have to go with this alone. Um, maybe you just don't want your child to, meet someone just yet. So somebody is kind of realizing, like, you know what, I can't beat you. So I'm just going to be loyal to you and join you. But if somebody could beat you and become you, they would try, believe it or not. This person is very draining. Um, but I feel what this person doesn't understand is like you're surrendering to the power of the divine with complete trust. Okay. And this person doesn't like that because they want you to do make a move with them even if it's not good for you. Okay? They want you to like they want you to make moves out of fear. Okay? They want you to allow them to be an authority figure, someone that can this isn't a good energy. Okay? But I feel like you have some sort of knowledge and wisdom that is helping you to understand this person, um, and bring some sort of humility to the situation. Like you're serving humanity to let this person know, like, listen, I know you almost want to drain me, you want to control me, you want to take me away from God, and like you become my God. And I understand, because I think this person just has a fear of abandonment issues. Maybe this person isn't really like a star. They are just one of those people who wish they could have some sort of gift that you have, possibly, or just something about your personality, just the way you are. So, really understanding towards the situation. Instead of you coming down hard on this person, you're still showing them some amount of like compassion. Okay. Now that we got that out the way, there's also something collective where I really do feel like somebody could be an artist, or this could be something about someone's intuition. Okay. Um, somebody could be doing something with the situation, um, where someone is rescuing or helping someone, right? But I really feel like you are somebody is acting like they need more help than they do. And they really don't need this much help, but somebody is like, I need help. I'm everything's going to shit and it's really not, or something. And I feel like somebody's going to come in and rescue you if this is you, or you're coming in to rescue another person, but they don't need as much help as you think. Okay. Um, and I also feel like this person is rebelling because of peer pressure. Um, they hate legitimate authority. So they could be dealing with somebody who's an authority figure who is like, I don't know, it's some sort of authority figure who they could be dealing with. Um, and they're basically somebody's just childish. Okay, somebody could be telling you they need help. They're really in a bad situation. They're in a tight spot, and they're really not. Okay, they're just wanting to rebel because it looks cool. They somebody could literally be wanting pity because they think this looks cool. I don't know, but or maybe they feel like you would pity them and not look at them how they look at themselves, and you would have some sort of mercy on them, which seems like it's working. Okay. Basically somebody is kind of pathetic, I'm sorry to say. Okay, collective. I do feel like you guys are freeing yourself from this situation though. Okay, I really feel like you're liberating yourself from this, because I feel like you guys are just very innocent, very pure, and you're just wanting, you are enjoying your connection with the divine. Because let me tell you something. Something might not be going the way that you want it to. This is giving the Four of Cups energy. Something might not be going the way that you want it, but due to you trusting the divine, you're realizing like this is the best thing for me. And even though I don't want this situation, I'm blessed to be able to receive this from God because this is true. So this is, it's like collective. You guys could be the one that's in a really deep, dark situation. You could be in a situation where somebody's intuition is saying that they need to help you, because you could be a person who is chosen by God. And one thing about people who are chosen by God, those people they aren't really rich. They don't have the nice houses, the nice cars. They're the ones that are abandoned. They are the black sheeps of the family. They are the ones who have just kind of been thrown to the wolves, almost like left for dead metaphorically. Those normally are the people who are chosen by God. Crazy to say, because too much is given, much is tested. And 9 times out of 10, when you get the key to heaven, or when you get God's favor, I can guarantee you, you're not. It's rare that you're gonna have the house, the cars, the clothes, and all of that. Because when you step to God, God wants you to really give him something that's going to impress him. Instead of saying, well, God, I had a Mercedes when I was living on the world, you can say, well, God, I helped at least 4 people every day. Well, God, I saved like 3 people lives when I was living who could have died. Well, God, I ushered someone on the other side and gave them some sort of hope before they passed. You know what I'm saying? That's the things that God looks for. So most of God's people aren't going to be rich, wealthy, have the nice cars, the nice clothes, and so forth. Okay. So I just feel like, collective, you guys could really be going through something. It's like so this is what, okay. Somebody is trying to make you pity them because they see how much. And another thing, you know what this is giving me? A fine line of somebody could be attracted to your pain. I don't know if this is a trauma bond. And this is not a trauma bond. It's just saying, and there is a thing of people being attracted to other people's pain. Okay, Tupac. A lot of people don't realize that they fantasize over Tupac's pain. Like a lot of women who are attracted to Tupac probably always think, oh, I wish I could have saved him. Do you get what I'm saying? So this person could really be attracted to your trauma and pain. And they could find your trauma and pain so attractive and alluring. And it's like, since this person wants to be like you, they're going to adopt certain things that you have going on. And I feel like right now you have a situation that is very, very heavy. You have a situation where somebody is coming in to rescue you because you are the one that really needs help. And also, you need help because you have not sold your soul. Okay? You have not sold your soul. You have not turned away from God. You have not did all the things that you could have did to get farther in this life. You guys collective could be thinking like, I could have been farther in life. I could have been farther in life. But collective, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you guys were to be farther in life, y'all would have had to step on a lot of toes. The only reason you're not as far as you think you are in life is because you're not stepping on people, you are not crushing people, you're not breaking people down, you're not being having snakish ways, you're not doing certain things to get to where you need to go to on your path. So your path that you are meant to be on might take a little while in order for you to see the fruits of your labors. But I'm not going to lie, collective. I feel like even in the midst of you guys not being where you're at, you are still very grateful, very thankful, very blessed. Like just feeling like I'm still and I also I think it's a vibe of like I'm really happy that I could sleep at night knowing that I didn't have to step on too many people. You know what I'm saying? My conscience could be clear. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know it's as it sounds, but it's better to be the person who been done wrong than to be the person that does the wrong. Not every time, but sometimes, okay? Sometimes people think, oh, this person did wrong to such and such, and the whole time some shit was just fur. Okay, sometimes you can do wrong and it just be fur. Okay, sometimes you can do wrong and it's nowhere near fur. It's completely not fur. And I just feel collected. It's just this energy of you guys being light spiritually. You are not holding too much heavy stuff, too much guilt, too much resentment, too much what if, too much regrets, because you didn't have to step on too many people. You didn't have to do things that maybe people did to you. You might rack your mind wondering, why did this person do this to me? Why did this happen to me? Why did this person snake me? Why did this person? But one thing about it, it's better to be the person that's like, why did this person do this to me? Instead of being the person that is like, why did I do this to them? Because I promise you, those people have a heavy, heavy load to carry. A heavy load to carry. And that's the reason why those people do snakish things, because they know that their load is so heavy to carry that they cannot continue on their journey of success, and whatever that may look for someone. Each person is different, but they cannot continue their journey or their path that they're trying to get to by just doing right. Because after you've done so much wrong, after your load has gotten so heavy, it's going to slow you down. So those people who do snakish things, who step on people, who, you know what I'm saying, who are miserable, they lower people's confidence to make themselves feel better about themselves, to keep them going along on this life and this journey. Those are the people who take what I like to call it bootleg shortcuts. Okay, they're going to take shortcuts by snaking people, chopping people down, breaking people down, doing everything that they can to step on people because they know that their load is too heavy to just do things the honest way. Doing things the honest way, the right way, the slow way. Can you imagine having a heavy load and you have to walk slow? You have to walk a longer mile. You're not going to make it with such a heavy load. So those people know I have to step on some people. I have to make shortcuts, because if I don't make my shortcuts, I'm never going to make it I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it to my destination. And that's the reason why those people do those things, collective. Okay. So, if you, like I say, You guys, I I'm not gonna lie. It's just just imagine Tupac. The things that Tupac went through, the torture of that man's psyche, that man's mind, what that man was going through. When you see Tupac's documentary and his life just seems like it was very fucking tragic. It was very fucking painful. It was so much trauma. It was so much heartbreak. It was so much betrayal, just from the world in general. Like, but that's what makes Tupac story so relative, is that pain, that trauma. Everybody know what pain feels like. Everybody know what hurt feels like. And people sometimes people sometimes are attracted to that. So collective, you guys, people could be attracted to you, like almost like how Tupac. You guys could be going have a very hard life, could have went through very hard situations, hard, heavy hitting things. Okay, and I feel like people feel it's to a point where they can't resonate with you unless they've been through your pain. And I think this person who is wanting to be closer to you realizes that, like, how can I connect with you if I never been through the pain you've been through? I've never and why would they want to? You know what I'm saying? But I just think this person is going about something the wrong way. Okay, I just think they're like, the only way I can understand you is if I go through the pain you went through. And maybe this person won't, by the grace of God, and lucky for them. So they're like, I don't think I can ever experience all the pain you've experienced. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to act like I experience your pain, like I know your pain, so they can understand you. Because you gotta understand, if Tupac, if he was to have a conversation with somebody, I don't think he's going to have a conversation with a bimbo, a ditz. Now, if he's just wanting sex, sure. But if he's wanting mental stimulation, the conversation is not going to flow very easily. It's not going to work. This bimbo, this ditz, maybe they are rich, and no offense to anybody, but maybe they could be rich. They're from the suburbs. Maybe they just haven't went through the pain that he has experienced. Where is the conversation going to go? How can it even get off the ground? There is nothing to understand. There's no similarities. So what conversation can occur? And how can that conversation be sustained with someone who is so opposite, someone who has never experienced pain, who has never been through trauma, who has never been hurt, who has never been counted out, who has never been, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what this person has understood. Okay. Now, I feel like, collective, you and this person relate because you both can have an inner child. Okay. Now, this is the thing. I think you guys are freeing yourself from this person, and you're really diving into, hold on. Somebody is really diving into their connection with the divine. But this is the thing. I feel like you and this person is spying on you. I feel like you are diving into your connection with the divine, and you are, innocent, pure, and you have redemption with it. Maybe you were going the wrong way when it came to this person. You weren't listening to God, and now you are. But this person, they are getting spiritual knowledge and they are misusing it in the wrong way. Okay? They are definitely using their wisdom to transform things in the way that they want to be transformed. Okay, not for the greater good, but for their own good. Okay. Um, I also feel like there is something where somebody took a huge gamble. Okay, somebody took a gamble in regards to somebody. Listen here. Somebody took some sort of gamble. I don't know what this is, but I really feel like this person needs to be careful. There's somebody who is not only trying to ex- I don't know if they're experiencing it, but there is somebody who is, it's almost like somebody is trying to get to your rank spiritually. Somebody is like, I want the rank that you have spiritually. But in order to get this rank that you have spiritually, collective, it takes years, years of growing pains, years of trial and error. And I feel like somebody is trying to do something within 2 months. Like things that you've learned, you could be 35, you could be 25. And all the things that you've learned in 25 to 35 years, somebody wants to learn and go through all of that within 2 months. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, what? It's like somebody is not only trying to adapt, like, somebody is not only trying to have your some sort of negative situation where you are not where you're supposed to be. It's like they're like, I want to be in a situation like you. You're not where you're supposed to be. You're going through things. You need people to help you. Um, you know what I'm saying? And you need people to help you and rescue you. Maybe this person also sees that people will help you and rescue you. People come to your rescue because you haven't did negative things that don't serve your inner needs. If you don't want to hurt somebody, you're not going to hurt somebody. If you got to snip on somebody, get to the top, you're just going to go somewhere else. And I feel like this person sees that and they're like, I want that help too. So let me act in that same way. But they're just coming off as somebody who is wanting pity and is just a brat. Okay. It's just somebody who does not want to, who wants to reject authority. Okay. In order to, and it's like, oh, it's like, I do feel that they're getting rescued and they could be getting rescued by you. It's like, oh, I need pity, even though I'm not really going through that much. Oh, I'm really, this is the vibe of like, how some people become rappers and they lived in a middle class neighborhood. They could have even lived in the suburbs. They could have a nice life. And they go to be this rapper. And most rappers are from the urban community. These are people who have experienced tremendous poverty, mentally, physically, spiritually. These are people who've lived in the projects, who woke up with roaches on their bed covers, people who are had to live with rats, mice, all sorts of things. People who have had to come from, childhoods where they've had like 10, 15 brothers and sisters, or maybe at least 4 or 6 brothers and sisters. And, their mom might have had a car, but it didn't really work and it would break down. And they would have to drive the bus with their mom in the cold, sometimes in the dead hot summer. You know what I'm saying? It's like somebody coming from a middle class place, being a rapper, and like making their life seem like they went through the struggle that like actual true urban people have been through in order to look cool, like they fit in. But I feel like this person is trying to look cool and fit in with you. Okay? But I think like, no, you're not even going through even a smidget of what I'm going through, okay? And why would you even want to make it look like you're going through that or something? But I feel like this person has taken some sort of gamble. They went down some sort of rabbit hole. And when I tell you, their ignorance and destruction with this knowledge that you have that they're trying to also receive is making it hard for it to come out into action. It's like the things that you could be a student, you know what I'm saying, with humility and devotion, you know, and long life learning. You could have learned so much, and you've learned it with humility to understand. I want to know that I want to learn more knowledge, and in order for me to learn more knowledge, I have to be a student. There was somebody who was trying to be a student Monday and become the teacher by Tuesday, and it just took them on a destructive path. And I feel like somebody went too deep in some sort of knowledge. Somebody was trying to portray like they knew more knowledge, or they knew more knowledge than they actually possess. Okay, like I don't know. Somebody was almost trying to make it seem like I know more than you. I know more than you when it comes to spiritual things. I know more than you when it comes to pain. I know more than you when it comes to trauma. I know more than you. Like, somebody was trying to, like, in so many words, like, I almost want to say they wanted to outdo you, but then it goes to like they just want to be like you. Okay, somebody want to be like Mike, but this is in collective. I'm not talking about you guys, but what I am saying, collective, they want to be like you, but it's like this vibe of like, why do you want to be like Mike? Do you see what Mike has to go through? So you want to live in a project with the rats and the roaches. You want to have to ride the bus in the cold when it's snowing. You want to ride the bus in the heat. You want to struggle. You want to cry. You want to go through things that make you almost not want to be on this earth. You want to go through heavy situations. You want to be betrayed. You want to be hurt. You want to have to. Yeah, it's like, what? You know, if you don't have to go through this, then why? You know what I'm saying? Why would you want it? But this person wants it because they see what it has molded you to be. But this person has to understand, collective, all of this stuff that you went through and it molding you to be this amazing person that you are today. Not everybody can go through all the things that you have went through, collective, and come out an amazing person from that. Not everybody makes it out like that. Some people go through this heavy load, this heavy burden, and all the things that you have went through, being counted out, being betrayed, being hurt, going through pain, wiping your own tears, going through things alone. You know what I'm saying? To the point where this is probably why your connection with God is so deep, because you only had him to lean on. When everybody counted you out, when everybody said you probably weren't going to be nothing, when everybody betrayed you, everybody threw you to the wolves, left you behind, the only person you had was God. And I don't think people understand how heavy it is to have your connection with God, because 9 times out of 10, it's very rare for someone to say, you know, I'm going to go to God myself. Most people have to get pushed to God. And I feel, collective, you guys probably have gotten pushed to God. You guys have had friends who have did you wrong. You've had family members who betrayed you. You've had lovers who, treated you like you weren't shit. You had jobs who rejected you. You had people who rejected you. The world probably rejected you, and you were pushed to God. And this person does not understand the things that they would have to go through in order to be where you are at with your spiritual knowledge. Okay? And not only that, but having this spiritual knowledge and still being an amazing person is just something that's kind of, it's a monopoly. It's a one in a million type of thing. It's a like a billion out of 5 people. It's very rare. And I feel like this person is only getting an increment of something, and they are already spiraling and turning monstrous. They are already just like, this shit is too much for me. And that probably wouldn't even be level 1 for you. But that, what somebody might have went through recently was like level, it felt to them like level motherfucking 100. So I think this person wants to obtain your spiritual knowledge, but I just don't think they will be able to go through everything that you have went through to gain this spiritual knowledge. Another thing, collective, this can draw a fine line of people feeling like you're a bit of a trickster. In situations where somebody is fast to anger, you could be slow to anger. In situations where somebody could mess themselves up and lose an opportunity, you're the one that can stay calm and keep your opportunity. In situations where things happen in the heat of a moment, you can be able to think, be smart, and understand the situation from all angles to where you don't get caught up in the heat of a moment. In a situation where people fall for something, you can step outside of yourself and view the whole situation and not fall for it, or understand that you shouldn't. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I don't see the the trickster or the jokester card in here at all. I see very, very deep, knowledgeable cards, very eccentric cards, okay? Very wise. Somebody is very wise behind their years, but this wisdom is came with so much pain, okay? And I feel like somebody just feels like you're too freaking wise. You're too wise. You're too wise for your own damn good. I don't know if you ever heard the saying, too smart for your own damn good. This is really the vibe, okay? Now, I feel like with the conclusion, there is someone where, listen here. Okay. Someone does not, look. So there's this vibe of like, maybe this person, maybe you and this person were brought together because maybe this person is a student in this situation. They are just learning spiritual knowledge and so forth. They are just scratching the smidget of the surface of spiritual knowledge. They're not even at the brink of it. And maybe you were the person to usher someone into a spiritual awakening. I'm not sure. But I feel like the conclusion is this person is just like, fuck that. I do not want to go down this path. Somebody is like, fuck spiritual wisdom. Fuck that connection with, like somebody is just like, fuck that. If I have to go through what you went through, oh, I don't want it. I don't want it. It's like, but this is the thing. Somebody loves your feminine energy. somebody, it's like somebody's really losing their mind because like they're like, I want you because your feminine energy is so amazing. You're spiritual. You know, you could have a really what do you call this, like a story, a captivating story about your life that makes people want to rescue you and save you. You know, you have this spiritual knowledge, you have an amazing inner child. um you know, you have been a student, you know what I'm saying, and diving into some sort of situation that is good for you. Also, I feel like you guys could have not been getting paid what you deserve. Okay. And I feel like this person is just like, oh yeah, I can't do that. Now, when it comes to learn, and they're like, if I have to learn spiritual knowledge and get paid less, I can't do it. I can't do it. And that's what most of the people who have a lot of spiritual knowledge, most of the people are broke. Most of the people don't make as much money. The people that are the closest to God, they're not the richest. They're not the wealthiest. They don't have the biggest house, the nicest cars, the clothes, and so forth. You know, you the people who are closest to God are the people who literally don't have nothing to their name. It could be homeless people. That's kind of how it goes. Because those people talk to God way more. They communicate with God way more. They're going through way more deeper struggles than a person who has a nice car, nice house, nice clothes. Not to say that they're not going through struggles, but what I am to say is sometimes people are so abundant, and not just abundant with God's will, but abundant with their own will. Because nobody talks about that neither. Sometimes you can you can assert your own will, and you can be very abundant. The only thing about it is it'll just be more harder to do that. Okay. When you go at your own will, you got more obstacles. When you go at God's will, it's a straight shot. It's way easier. But you still can do things your own will and be very abundant. So when some people do that, they kind of forget to talk to God as much. They don't talk to God as much. They look at it as, what do I need to talk to God as much? My life is already blessed. My life is already blessed. You know, they might have conversations here and there, but it's not going to be as deep of a conversation. It's not going to be as long as a conversation as a person who, let's say, is living in the projects. The person who does not have a car to get them to A to Z. They're driving the bus. A person who does not have much money in the bank. A person who is only making $12 an hour instead of making, what, $30, $20 an hour? You get what I'm saying? Those people are going to have way deeper conversations with God. And the only people I know who have deep conversations with God and talk to God a lot when they are abundant are the people who have followed God's will. That's the only people I know who stay really, really close to God. They will have conversations. They will talk to God like they still broke. Do you hear me? And if they never even been broke, you'll think that they've been broke. And it's not because they've been broke physically or financially, but they've been broke spiritually. Okay? All right. So also, collective, I feel like somebody might not want you to tell your story. Somebody might not want you to be so, what do you call that? What do you call that? Be so teaching people to continue to have a connection with God. Somebody might not want you to do that. I don't know. Okay. Somebody might want you to be in poverty. They want you to be broke. They want you to be sad. They want you to be hurt. They want you to be, messed up. know. Sad to say. Um, I just think that's miserable people. You know what I'm saying? Get the real people gonna give a person over to God. Cause first of all, one thing about it, ain't nobody finna be wishing on nobody's downfall. Ain't nobody finna be wishing nobody to be sad, mad, angry, hurt, crying, silenced, rejected, whatever the case may be. Nobody's gonna do that. Who's definitely close to God and who is focusing on their own mission and knows their purpose. When people don't know their purpose, they are going to want you to be sad, miserable, rejected, disrespected, not protected. You know, they going to want the worst for you because they already are setting up the worst for themselves because they are miserable. They do not know their purpose. They do not know their way. They cannot see the light. And if they do see the light, the whole time they think it's a real light from God, and it's a fake light from the devil. That's just how that works. Okay. This could even be, this could be people who have, liked to stunt your growth. But I also feel, collective, you guys are where you need to be. And you guys are where you need to be because you're in situations like this where you can help people. You can help people to know, do you want a deep connection with God? This is what you're going to have to go through. Do you want to be able to make your path easier? This is what you're going to have to go through. Sometimes you are not going to be able to get that job that makes you $60, $40 an hour, $50 an hour. Sometimes you're going to have to get that job that might make you 20 and might make you 10. It just depends. Because the whole time you could be going to that job that's making you $10 an hour and you end up getting the biggest opportunity you ever got in your life from working at that job to make you $10 an hour because you were leaning on God's connection and God was telling you intuitively to stay at a job that makes you $10 an hour, and you can understand why God wouldn't let you stay at a job that makes you $30 an hour. And come to find out, you working at that job for what, a month? And a big opportunity comes up. And whatever this opportunity is, it helps you and changes your life. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how God works. That's how God works. It's about trusting. Okay? So you can be dealing with a lot of people that don't trust. They cannot walk by faith. They have to walk by sight. They have to see things. They need evidence. They need concrete things. They need a group. They need the whole shebang. They need the glitz and the glam. Okay? You could be that person. You don't need none of those things. Okay? You don't need none of those things at all. All right? You could just need yourself and God. And just two hands for you to put together. And that's all you need to get you to where you need to go. So, collective, I just feel like this reading is just saying somebody sees where your feminine energy comes from. They see why they are so attracted to your feminine energy, but they will never want to walk the path that you have walked to get this feminine energy because this person knows you have been rejected a lot. The reason why your heart is so open when your dependency is rejected is because of this. You have been knocked off your square sometimes. You have been tricked out of spots. But spots that if you would have went in, you would have regretted. You never get tricked out of nothing. You never got knocked out of a square that was not really meant for you. The whole time you were trying to be in a square, and you were meant to be in a goddamn triangle, a circle. Okay, the whole time you wanted an opportunity, and that opportunity was not meant for you because that opportunity was horrible. You are protected. You are where you need to be. You didn't miss out on nothing that wasn't for you or wasn't going to lead you off your purpose. Okay. There could have been opportunities that passed you up and you think, I wish I would have got this opportunity. This would have helped me. It might have hindered you. It might have would have hindered you. You never know what opportunity you might get that might turn your whole life around. Fuck your whole life path up. And that opportunity could look good as hell. That opportunity could look so sweet. It could look like the victory is going to be amazing, but you just don't know what's going to come with that opportunity. It's going to lead you down a path of destruction the whole time. That's just how I go. That's how I go. You might want to win the lottery right now. Okay? You might was supposed to win the lottery, god damn it. And I don't know, something might have happened where it got swapped for you. That's because it wasn't meant for you. God seen something in the future that just wasn't. It just would have took you off your purpose, and you would have got all that money just to be taken off your purpose and your path, and you would have been really left with nothing. And I'm talking about even your soul, from your soul, your spirit, your mind, your intuition. If everything would have been taken for you, you would have been nothing. You would have been a shell. Probably wouldn't even have the shell. Okay, so be grateful for protection. Okay, that looks like rejection. Okay, and I feel like somebody is looking at you, realizing this is the reason why you're so feminine is because you've had so much rejection, and I think this person can't fuck with it. It's somebody that's like this rejection that you dealt with, all of this rejection. I don't give a fuck if it look like, I don't give a fuck if it's really protection. To me, it looks like rejection, and I just cannot take this. Somebody's like, I cannot take this amount of rejection from the people who's rejecting me to the situations. I just can't do it. And somebody's like, I don't know how you do it. But this person wants to possess you. This person feels entitled to you, and it's really pissing them off because they want some sort of rulership over you without constraint. They don't want you to be smart. They don't want you to use your brain. They don't want you to use your mind. They want you to just let them run over you. And I don't think it's happening. And I think this person is literally trying to go at something too fast so they could be respected by you or looked at as a teacher over you, and it's snowballing. It's like going downhill, and you're just still sitting pretty in your feminine energy because you're just like it's no it's not that it's no way. You're just like, why would you want to endure all of this so quickly? Years, decades of trials, tribulations, blessings, pain, betrayal. Why would you want to endure this so quickly to triumph over me? I just feel like this person needs to chill out before they end up losing their mind. Because this pain, this shit that I'm feeling, this is the type of shit that'll make somebody lose their fucking mind. This will be the type of shit that will put you in the nut house, trying to feel this type of pain, trying to understand this type of spiritual knowledge and wisdom. It's almost like, I don't know if y'all ever watched those movies where they would put something on their head and like, say like you were able to see somebody's memories, what they've been through, their hurts, their happiness, everything within like a minute. You were able to see someone's whole life within a minute. You were able to feel all their emotions, all their pain, all their trauma, everything within a minute. Do you know that's almost like doing psychedelics? It's like somebody was trying to do that, like do something that opens up the subconscious mind in a way that is just you. And one thing about the subconscious mind, you cannot overcrowd it, because you can literally break your mind. Your mind can literally crack and split. I kid you not. You can lose your mind if you overcrowd too much of something. If you're trying to pack so much of something in your subconscious mind, or in just your mind in general, you can break your mind. And I think whatever this person was trying to grasp, or just almost made them lose their mind. And it's just like, yeah, I can't go down this rabbit hole of knowledge and wisdom, because there is so much that comes with this. And there is somebody who has also been spying on you. Okay. This could be a father figure. But somebody has been spying on you. This could be your child's father, or this could be a father figure, your father, to seek out the truth as to why you're not a victim. You're not victimizing yourself in situations, or victimizing others. Why you're not, wanting pity. Why you're not playing the victim. Why you're not, why you have boundaries. Okay, it's like somebody is like, you're going through hell and hot water, and you should be running towards people, and you're not. You should be saying woe is me, and you're not. Why is that? And somebody has found out. I don't know, maybe somebody thought like you do have some sort of help, or you're not. Maybe they thought you're not going through it like you say you are. Maybe this is just a fucking play. Maybe you're fucking lying just to get some sort of pity. And someone has found out the truth. Someone has found out the truth that you might have had a father figure, or you had a child's father who really has put you through it. Maybe this could be something about a father figure or a child's father. Maybe somebody really, really put you through it. I don't know. Maybe you expressed this to somebody and they didn't really believe you. They're like, nah, you lying. You ain't go through all of that. You just talking mess. And this person didn't hurt you that deep. And your father didn't really, betray you that bad, or really hurt you. This child's father, they didn't really do this, or they didn't really do that. And somebody found out like, no, they really did. Okay, somebody really did something. And you just not a victim. Somebody really feels this, because they're like, you're not, somebody is like, you're not wanting pity. You're not pitying yourself. You're not being, woe is me. So if it's like somebody's just like, okay, if you're this hurt, why aren't you begging for help? Why aren't you pitying yourself? Why aren't you why aren't you running to people? If you're so hurt, if somebody's hurt you so bad, why don't you need help? Why don't you cry for help? Why don't you be sad? Why don't you? It's like somebody is like, you say one thing, or maybe they've heard this, you either told them this, they've heard this, or they got some sort of evidence about this, but it's like what you show them is different. So this is like the vibe of like, a lot of people who smile go through, this is the vibe of like, you could be hanging with a friend, and this could be the friend that's so funny. Every time you're around them, they laughing, they smiling, they just turned up, they just the life of the party. And then you literally have the time of your life with this friend one night, and y'all out with a group. And that same night, this friend does the S word, okay? And people are just caught off guard, like, what? How? They were always laughing. They was always having so much fun. Matter of fact, they was turned up with us last night and just enjoying. Like, They was the life of the party. Like, how could this person commit the S word? That's how this is. And there is literally people who are like, or somebody specifically is like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. If you're in this much pain, if you're going through this much, you're not showing signs. You're not this the vibe of somebody is really going through something, and somebody come up to them like, hey man, you good? And you like, oh man, I'm good. Come on man, let's turn up. Like, no, I'm trying to check up on you. Like, is you really good, man? Like, if you need something, you know, you like, man, come on man, let's turn up. We finna have fun. All that sad shit. Don't nobody got time for that shit. And it make a person be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like at this point, what are you made of? You know what I'm saying? It's giving that vibe. Like, what are you made of? You know what I'm saying? Because somebody has found out, like, no, you are going through this shit. You not just going through the shit, but you've been going through some heavy shit probably all your life. Okay? All your motherfucking life. Like Lil Durk said, all my life. Okay? You have been going through some all your life. And I don't know. Maybe y'all just like, who the fuck finna keep crying every day? Who the fuck finna be sad every day? Who finna be who the fuck finna keep singing the same song, playing the violin every day? I'm not finna keep doing that shit. I'm not. And somebody's like, well, if you not finna keep crying every day, if you not finna keep playing that violin, if you not keep finna say, woe is me every day, then we don't believe you. You sad. You going through this. You going through that. But somebody just told me you was up at the club last night, turned up the life of the motherfucking party, and that you was hanging off a damn ceiling. Okay? I'm seeing about 20 videos and pictures of you turned up, but you sad. Somebody is like, you're lying. Somebody is like, you full of shit. You're full of shit. But it's not that you're full of shit, collective. It's just honestly, who the fuck wants to be the fucking pathetic pity party? Especially when you're constantly going through shit over and over. You know, after a while, I respect people that, you know what, because it's like collective, you guys like this vibe, like every time you see me, I got a sad story. I don't want to have a sad story every time you see me. Sometimes you see me, I'ma just be like, I'm cool, I'm good. Let's turn up, let's have fun. Like, I don't want to keep, who got time? So, like I said, somebody has discovered, like, no, you really going through shit, okay? You weren't lying about whatever you're going through. This is really real. This is a real thing. You just, you just so tired of going through the shit, and you tired of talking about the shit, and you just soldiering it out. And with you soldier, and I think you soldier this out because you know, like, God and your spiritual team is going to help you. So this gives me the vibe of like, God already has let you know what's going to occur, but also before you get to like a victory, say you got a victory, whatever your victory is, God is going to tell you this how your victory is going to happen, this how it's going to go, this the time length, but this what you finna have to go through to get this victory. So I really just feel like low key, it just be, you already know what's to come. And you already know what you got to do to get a victory. And probably what God be telling you what you need to not do is do all that fucking whining and pity party and shit. Okay? And you listen to God. Maybe God tell you, I don't need you doing all that whining and crying and pity partying and woe is me and I'm always going through something and whoop-de-woo, because you're going to get a victory. and you just listening to God. But most people collective, and I tell you guys this, most people don't have that bat phone with God. They don't have that direct bat line to God to tell them, hey, this, you finna get this victory. But when you get this victory, this how you do it. And also when you do it, this the trials and tribulation that you finna have to go through to do it too. Nobody, you dealing with a lot of lost ones. There's somebody in this reading who was a lost one. Okay. This person, they don't got their back phone to God. But the only thing that scares me with whoever this person is, this could be your family, this could be a boss, this could be a lover, this could be your friend. The only thing that scares me about this person is they know you be having victories. And they see how unwavering your faith and unwavering your strength is amongst these victories. And not just your strength, but your mind. How strong your spirit, your mind, your body, your soul, and everything is through these victories. But they peep that it's something with the spiritual knowledge that help you to to not lose your mind and feel lost. And this person is trying to tap in it, but they trying to tap in it too fast. Somebody is trying to tap into something. This is like them people when they go mess with the mummies. I don't know if you ever see the movies where they go to like Egypt or something like that, and they done learned about these mummies and learned about this cave and learned about this Da Vinci Code type of situation that's occurring, and then the next thing you know, they go up in that shit and mess with that scare stuff and fuck around and turn into stone. And now they stuck in a cave for the rest of their life, turned into stone because they didn't touch some shit that they shouldn't have been fucking with. That wasn't meant for them. They went to go seek and realized, let me turn my ass back around because this is not my domain. And luckily, whoever this person is, they haven't turned into stone. But they keep playing and tampering with some shit that's not meant for them. They ass gonna turn into stone. And you're gonna be fucking fine. You gonna be the motherfucker that go in the mummy tomb and you get to touching something and shit don't penetrate you. Don't penetrate you at all. Okay? Because your heart done been weighed on a motherfucking scale. The moment you touch something and the motherfucking mummies and Egyptian spirits in the cave, they like, hey, we like you the way your heart is set up. But this person you with, we don't like their heart. And they turn into stone. And you be fucking fine and good. And you fuck around. And I don't know. I don't think you gonna take it. I don't get a vision of you taking something. But maybe you just get some sort of, I don't know, some sort of abundance over your life. Like maybe this person, I don't know, it's some example about that, but maybe you go in like a cave, an Egyptian cave, and it's this thing that they was talking about with this ruby or some sort of abundance. And they talk about like this mummy who was supposed to come back to life and be the queen over a nation or some shit like that. And you go in the cave and this person was trying to get the jewelry of the queen, and then they turn into stone and you get the jewelry of the queen. You don't even get the jewelry of the queen, but something happens where you walking out, you don't even take this item, and the next thing you know, the item starts floating to you, and it locks on your neck. And now you gain some sort of abundance, and you go back home, and something happened when you become the president of the United States. I don't know. Okay, it's something like that. But it's just somebody needs to stop walking into territories that are not meant for them. Especially them spiritual territories. Because, baby, it ain't no joke. It is no joke. You will lose your mind and get stuck in between two worlds. Fuck around. Okay? Trying to tap into two worlds when it's not meant for you. And let me tell you something, it's motherfuckers that's in between two worlds that don't even want to be in between two worlds. These tarot readers, these fortune teller people, even these pastors, these priests. It's a heavy load being between two worlds. Knowing the spiritual realm and understanding this worldly world and having to you going back and forth from each one. It's a lot. It is a lot. Okay? So, I don't know, but I think somebody just seen the spiritual knowledge. You know, you might not got the riches. And that's another thing. Somebody's like, look, you ain't got the riches. There's one main thing. Somebody's like, look, you got this knowledge and, you know, it helps calm you and keep you calm on your path and your purpose. But when it comes to not having that money, that's somebody's just like, you don't make enough money. Somebody's like, look, you chosen by God and you anointed and you know your purpose and you walk up in it with your head high. But damn, you don't make enough money for me. Okay? But I just think somebody is like, you know what? If I can't be you, I at least want to have you. But I feel like the way somebody is trying to have you, it's really like, ugh, like somebody is doing too much and it's turning you off. And due to you being turned off, it's pissing them off. Because they're like, okay, I can't be you. I know I can't be you. The crown that you wear is too fucking heavy for me. It's going to break my head or make me lose my mind. So I can't do that. I at least want to be connected to you. But this person is just, they irrational. They're irritated because they can't be you. And it's like, okay, so do you want to be connected to me? But they get connected to you and they pissed because they're like, how the fuck can you endure all of this shit and still be positive, be cool? Like, how? It's like somebody's just like, I don't understand. But I think this person don't understand because they have not seen the years in your life, maybe all of your life, of you going through trials and tribulations, to be slow to anger, to be slow to frustration, to be slow to sadness, to be slow to depression, to be slow to confusion, to be slow to misunderstandings. You know what I'm saying? It took a lot of trial and error for you to even get like this. And I think this person is just trying to move too fast and it's just like they just making nothing but errors. Because this is not a 2-month thing. This is not even a 2-year thing. This is like a lifelong type of lesson. Like you are a lifelong student. And I think what somebody doesn't understand is that due to your humility, you don't see yourself as the teacher. And it's interesting because with this type of a fucking reading, why the fuck did the teacher card not pop up? You guys don't view yourself as a teacher. This person wants to be a teacher, an authority. You don't even view yourself as an authority figure. That's what's crazy. You don't even view yourself as a teacher or an authority figure. And this person wants to be both of that for you. So they're missing that out of they're misunderstanding that in your formula. Because I think you guys have realized, I forgot what this guy says. I can't remember his name, but he says, a wise man knows that there's never like enough. I forgot what it is, but it's one of my favorite quotes. I, it's just somewhere it says a wise man knows that he never knows enough, in so many words. Like, you will always be a student in life. You will meet somebody that knows more than you and you can learn from them. You could be 60, 80 years old and you'll still meet someone that knows more than you and you can still learn from them. You never want to think that you are fully the teacher. You always want to be the student, because even the teacher can learn something from the student. The student can learn something from the teacher. We all can learn something from each other. And a wise man knows that there is never no such thing as too much information. Well, hold on. Not too much information, but too, I don't know. I gotta find that fucking phrase, but it's just basically a wise man knows that a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. There we go. A wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. At all. So this person might think you know everything, but you look at yourself as like, I still have so much to learn. And this person is looking at you like, baby, what? You are the motherfucking book of life. Okay? Somebody's looking at you like you are the book of life. You are everything that life is, okay? What more do you need to learn? I want to learn from you. I want to be you. And you just like, no, because I actually still got way more to learn. I got way more to learn. And this person just looking at you like, what more do you have to learn? What more can you possibly learn? And you're like, no, there's possibly a lot more to learn. And I'm going to keep learning it. I'm going to keep learning more stuff until I die. And that's going to let me know when there's nothing else to learn. So I think that's the main ingredients that this person is missing. It's like they're making a burger and the burger doesn't taste right because their ingredients that they're missing is they're actually putting the ingredients of you being a teacher and you being an authority figure, and you're literally you don't even identify yourself as that. So this person wouldn't even think to take the ingredient of being a teacher and authority figure out of this situation, because this whole situation is giving authority figure and teacher. But the whole time you're literally identifying yourself as a liberator and a student. I really feel like it's just the liberator. Like, you're just free. It's like, I'm just free to just learn so much. So yeah, that's the reading. Basically, in so many words, somebody realizes they can't be you, and they also realize that they cannot endure. What's gonna be the, basically somebody just realized that you don't want to be a teacher, or you're not a teacher or an authority figure. You are a student.